Rio de Janeiro, 31st July 2020. Dear Diary, how long has it been? Not sure if you're aware, probably not, but we've been in quarantine for over 4 months now. The thing is, we have been doing a lot of nonsense with our planet, you have no idea. Then some new virus got out of control in China and started traveling the world infecting people. Now each of us is trying to survive these strange times, and who knows, get something good out of the social isolation. There were people learning new languages, others taking the opportunity to immerse themselves into therapy. Many people lost their jobs and had to be creative to get along. And I have been through so many different stages in these 4 months. But today I think the isolation is intended to teach me how to get out of it. During this period, I have discovered I can travel through time. I can visit past, future, and even parallel realities. Living the world delights me, and even now that I cannot smell new scents, hear new sounds, live new pleasures, it delights me through its absence. And attempting to fill the gap, I travel through time. Those days I took a walk in 2018, when I lived one of the most revealing moments of my life so far. You know that feeling when you realize something really obvious and there's no one thinking to what you just thought? Even if you don't do anything with that, the fact that you thought it transforms everything. And once transformed, you can't be what you were before. Over time, it becomes almost an obligation to do something with what has been thought, or a terrible anguish begins to take hold of you, and the result is the same. If you ignore the thought, you can't ignore the anguish. In 2018, I was traveling with my mother in Greece. For a medium-class Brazilian girl, it's a trip I didn't imagine going to before I was 45 at least. Greece is unreal. It feels like you can touch it, you can feel it, you can't live it, but you can. What you can't do is to prepare yourself for what comes next. It was during this trip I realized that my fascination on the world is my life engine. I realized that hearing new languages, feeling new flavors, and living different realities is not just a tourist pleasure for me. I am for the world. Somehow I always knew. But in 2018, the bell rang, and little by little I'm giving an outline to my inner self. Last week, when I visited Greece in 2018, I ended up in a simple old bakery called Wood Bakery. It was a tip from TripAdvisor at the time. I can't tell you what caught our eyes at this particular bakery that any other Mykonos cafes didn't have. But whatever it was, it motivated us enough not to give up the search, even when we seemed to walk in circles around those graceful streets recently painted white. We found the bakery by the smell. A 60-year-old man smiled when he saw us coming in. We stopped at the counter. We ordered a traditional feta cheese pie and a sweet dessert pastry made of nuts called baklava. The 60-year-old man prepared our order, still smiling, but no longer at us, at the loaves. We sat down and ordered coffee. While preparing it, he smiled. Now, for the coffee. We watched this gentleman who repeated the same ritual with all customers who came in. A perennial smile, serene, soft. I asked if the bakery had always been his. Without disarming the smile, he shook his head slowly and responded with a simple yes. I didn't even need to ask. The answer was that smile. I didn't want to take his picture. I felt I didn't need it. I carried that smile more than in my memory. I carry it on my chest, like an inspiration, a north, an affection. That gentleman, owner of a bakery in one of the paradises of the world, had the smile of someone who is exactly where he should be, of someone who loves where he is. Last week, after so long, I thought of this man when I went to sleep. I thought of him because I put my head on the pillow and realized I smiled. A calm smile, no rush, no charge. A smile of those who just found something they were looking for about themselves and their motivation to live in this world. Something still undefined, without much contour, full of insecurities, full of doubts. Not as smelly and cozy as the baker's smile, but a smile of my own. All mine. Welcome to Pangaea. Greetings, Dani.